You have two options. You can take the blue pill and go on thinking the way you feel. Or you can take this red pill and I'll show you how deep the game really goes. It's your choice.
Listen closely, silence is the code that I speak with. Same time I see violence more than frequent. When I was a child I was told it was decent, but it's foul and it's cold as the precinct. It ain't hard to write, you'd be amazed at the images I stored up, scarred through life. There's no honor in the ghetto, they'll unite. I know you seen a crack fiend when they shared a pipe. I got a rally in the cell for trying to scale some white. Shake my head, shed my tear, then I sell the kite. I'm no longer wondering what hell is like. Why? Cause I can feel it coming in the air tonight. The streets breathe with lungs of cold granite, no oxygen, just the souls of those popped and then left with their chest bones and their domes looking awkward, alone with no proper friend. The mere sight'll make you nauseous, while I'm making moves too vital to be cautious. A very thin line between love and hate, but there's no differentiation between slugs and fate. Tell my wife I would love to mate, but I refuse to bring a child into the sight of this loveless place. Then I ask her, judge this place, do you really see the eyes of a father in your husband's face? This'll be where my bloodline stops. Why should I plant seed when the weeds eat crops? Mama always said there'd be bad days, but she never said I wasn't bred with these bad ways. Father never told me life would scold me so coldly that I'd lose most my homies. How could they know my life would be this rough? I don't want my child to see this stuff. How could I look deep into the innocent eyes of my newborn child with the knowledge that his smile will be soon gone, only to be replaced with the still stare of an emotionless face? And what will I have to say when the hood demand taxes and he asks daddy, do I have to pay? Will I tell him, son, fast and pray, instead of grab the tray, watching his homeboys pass away? Will my guidance lead his soul to the cross's light, or will he emulate the G and E and eventually it cost his life? And what in the event I have a daughter? Will she practice the virtue that I done taught her? What if I caught her in the arms of some nigga with charm, but doing harm to my princess's honor? I wonder if I'd lose my mind, spend the rest of her years doing time cause I use a 9. If peace is a tightrope, I cruise the line, fighting gravity or fall to the safe net of agony. Full ride scholarship to Hard Knock Academy, where you'll find hollow tips and hard rock where addicts be. Death casually abducts the youth's future. I can't fathom bringing up confused youth, bruh. Love is gone, it's a song that I'm used to, and I love to spawn, but I'm wrong if I choose to. This'll be where my bloodline stops. Why should I plant seed when the weeds eat crops? Mama always said there'd be bad days, but she never said I wasn't bred with these bad ways. Father never told me life would scold me so coldly that I'd lose most my homies. How could they know my life would be this rough? I don't want my child to see this stuff. I dedicate this to the victims of abortion, the undeveloped forms of life that were tortured and torn from life. I wish I could say I sympathize, but I'm not, cause here wickedness is emphasized. Pain rarely stops if the ones who created you were willing to consider murdering their child, then it's best you weren't delivered. That's real. Before you even had dreams of success, I too had dreams, too many things to confess. Strive for the honor roll, nah, that was a long time ago, before 6th grade when I left behind my soul to get paid. And now a dozen lost friends and 2 suicide attempts later, there's times that I covered y'all's in. Cause you'll never be abused again or be confused when you lose a friend, or bear accountability because you choose to sin. You get to stand before the Father untarnished when he rules you in. As for me, I gotta make the best of my shattered dreams, cling to my smiles though they're few and far between. I'm a shattered king, life never was fair. Don't wish for existence, you better off there. This'll be where my bloodline stops. Why should I plant seed when the weeds eat crops? Mama always said there'd be bad days, but she never said I wasn't bred with these bad ways. Father never told me life would scold me so coldly that I'd lose most my homies. How could they know my life would be this rough? I don't want my child to see this stuff. This'll be where my bloodline stops. How can I plant seed when the weeds eat crops? Mama always said there'd be bad days, but she never said I wasn't bred with these bad ways. Father never told me life would scold me so coldly that I'd lose most my homies. How could they know my life would be this rough? I don't
want my child to see this stuff.